Hey everyone, I'm Melanie from Streamline Legal, where we help law firms get the most out of their practice management software. Earlier today, I was thinking about the file opening procedure and whether you have one written out or whether you have one just in your head or the checklist of things you do when you open a new client file. We all have things that we do. And I was thinking this is probably one of the things that has changed the most over the last 10 years in a law firm. We used to make paper files for every file that our new client that came in. Some firms don't even do that anymore. Now we're starting them in our practice management software. Maybe we didn't have that before. So there's been a lot of changes. And another change, people used to make like these memos that would tell everybody about the new client to do like a conflict check and make sure that there were no conflicts. You'd wait for a response maybe. Now that's all done within the practice management software. So there's a lot of things that have changed in the file opening procedure. But some things just kind of stick around, and sometimes we just keep doing them because that's what we've always done, and we don't always take a critical eye to look at the process and see if we actually need it anymore. So one of the things that I see happening a lot in file opening procedures is we get to the end, we put it in our practice management software, we make whatever digital file online we need to make or whatever we're going to do, and we get to the end and we start drafting the email that notifies everybody in the firm that we have a new client or a new matter. And I'm sure many of you have written this email yourself. And I started thinking about, why are we telling everybody this? There are many reasons, obviously, that we could be telling the whole firm, but I want to know in your firm, what's the purpose, right? I'm hoping that a lot of you have some task lists or workflows or something in your practice management software that you can use to trigger the person that needs to start working on the file. So we don't need an email necessarily to the whole team telling everyone that we have a new client, because I'll tell you what happens to those emails when I'm helping people clean out their email inbox and create filters. They don't read them. Maybe some law firm owners read them. That's great. But generally speaking, the whole team typically does not need to know when we have a new client or a new matter. If they want to know, they can go to our practice management software. They can look at the list. They can see that someone signed up, right? But the question is, do they need to know right then? Do we need to send an email to the whole firm when the whole firm may not have anything to do with this new client or not yet? So I would encourage you to take a look. One of the reasons I think is really great for sending out this email is a celebration, right? I mean, if we're trying to celebrate our success, if we're trying to mark milestones, I think that's fantastic. However, I'm not quite sure this email is doing the trick. I've never seen someone open an email of this nature and get super excited and warm fuzzies on the inside. Again, unless maybe you're the owner, that's fine, that makes sense. But most of your team is just looking at this email saying, okay, delete, move on, right? And so as long as we have a way to, number one, trigger someone that needs to do the work, that makes a lot of sense to me. But again, it's not the entire firm jumping on at the exact same time. And if we want a celebration, let's make it a celebration. Let's get a gong in the office. Let's make one of those thermometers signs that, you add red paper to every time someone signs up and we get to our goal, then we all go on vacation or then we all celebrate in some way. But that email that you're sending out every time you get a new client is not usually acting as a celebration. So I would encourage you to celebrate those new clients. Let's find another way to do it. I would encourage you to find ways to trigger your team to start working on new files, but I'm not convinced that that email is the answer. So please feel free to drop a line in the comments. Tell us how you are celebrating. Tell us how you're announcing those new clients and how you're handling that file opening procedure. Thanks for joining me tonight. Have a great evening.